A dimly lit gas station at dusk, the sound of a car door shutting in the background. Soft, suspenseful music begins to play. Imagine this. A young black woman stands at a gas station, her hands trembling as she fumbles with her phone. To anyone passing by, she might look like just another person checking texts. But what if I told you that her seemingly ordinary gesture was actually a desperate SOS one that would spark a life-saving chain of events? This is the story of Brianna, a 23-year-old college student, and Jake, a retired Marine who just happened to be at the right place at the right time, or maybe the wrong place, depending on how you look at it. Brianna had stopped for gas during her drive home after a late study session. She was running on fumes, both literally and emotionally, having just finished a grueling week of exams. As she stepped out of her car, a black SUV pulled into the station and parked just a little too close. At first, she didn't think much of it. But as she glanced toward the vehicle, the unsettling gaze of two men in the SUV set her nerves on edge. Something about their demeanor felt off, their whispered conversations sending chills down her spine. In a moment of quick thinking, Brianna recalled a TikTok trend she'd seen months earlier, the hand signal for help. She raised her hand, folded her thumb into her palm, and closed her fingers over it, repeating the gesture subtly. She wasn't sure if anyone would notice, let alone recognize it. But she hoped. She needed anyone to see. Jake was no stranger to danger. A Marine with 2 tours in the Middle East under his belt, he had an instinct for spotting trouble. When he noticed Brianna's hesitant movements and saw the signal she made, his gut told him something wasn't right. He set his coffee down, his training kicking in as he quickly assessed the situation. The SUV's tinted windows and the men's unnerving focus on Brianna didn't sit well with him. Jake decided he couldn't ignore it. "Hey there," Jake said loudly, making sure his voice carried. "Long time no see. How've you been?" Brianna turned, her face briefly registering confusion before she caught on. Jake's warm, casual demeanor belied the tension in his posture. She played along, replying, "Oh my gosh, Jake. It's been forever." Her voice wavered slightly, but she smiled, grateful for the lifeline. The tension ratcheted up as one of the men approached, his expression hardening as he noticed Jake's presence. "You know her?" the man asked gruffly, his tone carrying an edge of challenge. Without missing a beat, Jake clapped a hand on Brianna's shoulder and said, "Yeah, we go way back. Just catching up." His calm confidence threw the man off, but the unease in the air thickened. What happened next could only be described as cinematic. The police arrived quietly surrounding the SUV just as the situation was escalating. It turned out the 2 men were part of an active human trafficking ring, and Brianna's instinctive SOS had not only saved her life but potentially others as well. Jake's quick thinking and composed demeanor had bought enough time for help to arrive, turning a potentially tragic encounter into a triumphant rescue. This story is more than just an incredible tale of bravery. It's a reminder of the power of awareness, the importance of trusting your instincts, and the courage it takes to act in a moment of uncertainty. Brianna's gesture was simple but powerful, a silent cry for help that was met with a hero's response. And Jake? He'd say he was just doing what anyone should do. But we all know it takes a special kind of person to step up like that. So what would you do in a moment like this? Share this story, and let's make sure more people know how to recognize the silent signals that could save lives. Thank you for watching, and remember, heroes are everywhere, and sometimes they're just one signal away.